to Alla Fedele kitchen station. My name is Fidel. I'm not a chef by trade, but I love to cook. And I have a lot of my mom's recipes over the years that I make. And they're easy to make, a lot of them, a couple ingredients that you could pick up from the store, come home right after work, and start cooking. And be eating in an hour. Tonight I'm making gnocchis, ricotta gnocchis. Very easy to make, shouldn't take you long at all. And basically I'm going to make, you can make it however you want to make them with. I'm going to be making them in vodka sauce. I'll be making a separate video for the vodka sauce. So I use Caputo's, pasta fresca, and gnocchis. The flour is made for making pasta and gnocchis. I'm going to be using, probably, I'm not sure yet because depends how wet the ricotta is. For 2 days I had the ricotta, I bought it this way, it's about 2 cups. I had put it in a strainer and a bowl, upside down, saran wrapped it, put it in the fridge. And what I got 2 days later, it's hard to see, but I'm going to pour it down the sink. I want to say between 1/4 and 1/2 cup of water or milk, whatever the whey is. See? By getting that all out, it's less flour that you'll have to use. The more wet it is, the more flour you're going to need to make it into a dough. Because basically it's the flour, ricotta, grated cheese, and the egg. And I put a little bit of chopped basil. That's an option, you don't have to. So we're starting with about 1 cup and 1/2 of flour. I'm going to scoop it out. 2 cups of ricotta, 1 egg, I beat already, 1/2 cup of pecorino Romano. I would say a teaspoon of basil and some black pepper. So I'm going to start by putting in a bowl the ricotta, spread it out. I'm going to add the egg, I'm going to add the 1/2 cup pecorino Romano, some black pepper, basil, I'm going to mix this around a little bit. Now this, I mean, you can make it on a Saturday, Sunday on your day off, or you can make it at night. It's just, it's going to take start to finish maybe an hour, not even, because you got to roll it out and then make gnocchis. So there it is. It's all mixed. Now I'm going to start adding the flour. I'm going to take a cup out. There, I'm going to start adding it. So I'm going with 1/4 cup right now. Still a little wet. Another 1/4. Usually takes about 1 cup. I make it sometimes, again, because I like to do it my way. That's why we call cooking station Alla Fedele. Got that from my daughter when I would take my mom's recipes or make something and then I go and change it, add something or take something out. My daughter would know and she would say, "Oh, Alla Fedele tonight." So that's why we named the station after we named it Alla Fedele. I've made these. Usually there's two ways. Made with potato. So you would boil potato. You would put it through a mill or smash it until it's really like almost like mashed potato. And you would make, instead of ricotta, you would use the same ingredients you can use. Instead of ricotta, you would use the potato with the flour and make potato gnocchis. I've made it where I've added one potato to this and did half and half, and they were really, really good. So I'm going to see if I can get this now, put it on the table, and see if I can work it into a dough. See, it becomes like a dough. As long as it's not sticky and it's workable. Take a little more. I can still feel it like sticking to my palms. See? So once you get it to not to stick anymore, then you're good to go. I let it rest for about a minute and then I start making them. Sometimes it feels like it's good, but then when you start pressing it out, you can see it's sticky. It gets sticky. Now I'm sure there's all different ways to make gnocchis. This is just the way I make it. So my son-in-law saw we were making them with a fork to get the grooves in it. You want to have the grooves in it so that the sauce sticks in between. So I was telling him about, they have these gnocchi boards. So he went online and ordered one. A couple of days later, this gnocchi board shows up. It's really cool. It's got grooves in it, as you can see. You just put some flour on it, and I'll show you how to use it. And you're making gnocchis. They work pretty fast, too. is we're gonna cut piece off, roll it out. So I'm making like the size of thumb, maybe, I guess. Like that. Can make them a little longer. And then what I do is I cut them 1 inch. I take a little flour. I put it on my board. And then what you do is you just take it and roll it over your thumb. See? And you get a nice gnocchi. And underneath is open like a cavatelli. See? And that traps the sauce in there too. And then I just put them on my sheet. What I have is a cookie sheet with parchment paper, and I'm just going to line them up. So you take another one that you just cut, about 1 inch, take it, put your finger, and then roll it over your finger. Okay? And you get that nice ridge. And the bottom is open. Okay? That's it. See how fast you can do them? A little bit of practice. What I do is I put them in the freezer, whatever I don't think I'm going to be eating. Tonight's just me and my wife. So we're not going to need all this. So what I do is I'll put them in the freezer on a cookie sheet for about 15-20 minutes until they get a little hard. And then what I do is I will put them layers of parchment paper and gnocchis in a Tupperware and freeze them. Then when you want them, you just take them out of the freezer and throw them right in the water. Now, when you put them in the water, they sink to the bottom. They take about 3-4 minutes to cook. So what they do is they fall to the bottom, and then slowly they'll boil to the top. So you don't want to put it a lot at one time because you don't want them to all stick together. So what I do is I'll put a batch in, let's say for one person, because they only take about 3 minutes. And then what I do is I use one of these that you can pick up in the store, and I scoop them out, and then I put them in the strainer for a minute just to let the rest of the water come off of them. Then I plate them. So I would say 3-4 minutes, pop them out, put them in the strainer. You pop the other ones in, 3 minutes, and that's it. And they are really light. The potato one's a little heavier, obviously because it's potato. These are really light. Like when you eat them, you don't even, like after you're done eating, you don't even feel like you ate a big bowl of pasta, you know, where you feel stuffed. That's it. Well, I don't want to bore you anymore with standing here making these. I will come back when we're done. Basically, the other way, let me just show you a quick way since you don't have the board, but you have the fork. You take the fork, see how it's shaped like that? You lay it down. You take a little flour on there, flour up the back of the fork. You take the gnocchi, you roll it down and over, and you get the marks. Let me see if I can do it closer like this. Here's the fork, here's the gnocchi, it's round. Put it on there, push down and over, and there's your gnocchi. See, it's got the lines from the fork. Pretty cool. Okay, so I'm almost done. I got 2 more to do. Just showing you a little bit closer up. I work with smaller pieces instead of like real long ones. I'm going to take it, I'm going to cut it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They look like pillows. See? And then I'm going to take it, put it on top, push down, and roll. Trying to roll it off my finger and let it roll off the top. See, that's the inner side, and the ridge is on the out. Again, when you put these in water, they're all going to fall to the bottom. Come back in about 3 minutes. When they're all at the top, spin them a few times, and then be gentle with them because they're really soft, you know. You could probably eat them raw if you could eat flour because it's ricotta. I mean, you could eat ricotta. Oh, you got the egg too. Not the best advice. I take that back. Okay, so that's it. We made the gnocchis. My next video, I'm going to be cooking them. It's going to be on the vodka sauce, which I'm going to be making next. While these are in the freezer, I'm going to reshoot and do a whole new video on how to make a vodka sauce. Alla Fedele, my way. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and I'll be putting out more videos. They're mostly all very easy way of cooking. Thank you.